So the full service interior design, that is more of like a longer term commitment where I'm essentially taking them from start to finish. Not everyone needs or wants a service like that. That's, it's definitely going to be more of an investment, but that's really where I'm getting in. I spend a good amount of time in the programming phase, and that's part of the holistic approach where I want to know how you use this space. What do you love about this space? What don't you love about this space? So that we can address every little thing. Make sure we have enough storage. Make sure, it's set up so that you're working efficiently. Making sure your office space, you have ergonomic products because you're sitting in your office desk in your chair for 8 hours. So it's just really like a really, really in-depth process. And then, I go through the steps of selecting items. And then oftentimes we'll even go through the procurement where I'm placing the orders, tracking the orders, coordinating the installation, and then any follow-up tasks afterwards.
So with the consultation, you kind of give them that, like consulting piece. I had to check myself. I was like, the consultation consulting.
I know.
It's
same. I have the same thing. But yeah, it's really what I'm finding is that the do-it-yourselfers. I've had a lot of moms lately, and I love working with moms because they typically have a pet or more. They have kids running around. I can see the kids running around making messes. So it's just, I'm basically setting them up for success. So not only is it, I think this could be a really great accent wall, maybe add, something here, a plant there, but it's also, okay, you're going to take this and run with yourself. Here are some resources to start with because I've used them before. I can, I've vetted them. I can speak to their quality. So I'm just really setting them up for success to take it and run.
And you're giving them eco-friendly resources.
Exactly. In itself, that takes a lot of, time and research as well.
It does, yeah. So just in the essence of my latest question for myself is like, what is an eco-friendly home? Taking time and effort to research products that have healthier emissions, have safer like extraction processes,
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. It's really just taking time and not and instantly going to the store and buying the first thing that you see.
Yeah. And it's in the life cycle, there's so many different aspects from extraction, manufacturing, transportation, when the product is in use, how the product is disposed of or recycled. There's really a lot of factors involved. So not, for me, my focus is two things. It's the chemical aspects and how that affects, human health essentially, or environmental health, but then also the waste portion. Just real quick, I don't like to bore with too many stats, but the EPA reported that there's 12.2 million tons of furniture and furnishings that end up in the landfill each year. So that's alarming, and it's only gotten worse and worse and worse. And I think as we're purchasing like this, I don't want to hate on Wayfair, but there's kind of this.
Oh no, please, let's hate on Wayfair.
Okay.
I hate Wayfair. Okay. I only use it because he had a gift card because he moved in.
Totally.
Mail sends you a bunch of 10% off. I hate Wayfair. I think it's just I'm gonna rant for just a second on that. I found this like cool fold out Murphy desk instead of a Murphy bed because office, bedroom, home office, whatever. And I found it, I saw $389. That doesn't seem right. And then I kept scrolling and I swear I saw the same photo for $150. So then I was like on a mission, right? I was like, okay, how many versions of this desk are out there? And I think I found about 15, and they were all from the same person.
Yes.
Priced differently, slightly different title.
Yes.
So yeah.
And it's not to say that you can't get lucky and find a decent product on Wayfair. But what I find is the material, the, damage, most things come in with some kind of damage. We were in a bind for a project. They needed a quick turnaround. It's always my last resort. It's rare that I order from them, but we ended up getting something because it was needed. And when we unpackaged it, it just smelled so chemically like toxic. You could just feel yourself like becoming ill quickly. So it's just like this disposable world that, the design, like furniture is becoming. It's just, okay, it's cheap. The quality is not great. I only need it for 2 years. I'm just going to throw it away, and we need to move away from that.
I think the 2-year lifespan furniture thing definitely ties in with our like transient world, our communications have expanded so broadly that we can communicate just like this on Zoom with family across the globe. So moving a lot, I definitely think like has pulled us away from heavy pieces of furniture that are built to last 100 years because they're heavy and they're big and
Absolutely.
but that's sort of a different, it's a deeper discussion we could get into, but I do want to ask you what brands and products that you really like and how you go about, like, where do you like to select these things from, if not Wayfair? And then I know your client with the kids room, they're doing it themselves. So you gave them resources, or they're buying it themselves. So you gave them resources.
Yeah.
Pottery Barn.
Yep. Yeah, so every project is going to be different. If it's more of like a custom home, I'll look to trade resources that might not be available to the typical consumer. But there's a lot of really great products out there. I'll describe as I go to, because I know not everyone is watching, but Flor, FLOR, is one rug product that I absolutely love for a couple of reasons. The company in itself is, I'm sorry.
Sorry, the Zoom lag. Was that like a piece of flooring, or what was that you were holding?
Yeah. Yep. So it's a tile. So the concept is their rugs are tiles. And the beauty of this, not only is it at a fantastic price point, it's a very durable, it's like commercial grade. So when you're putting this in your home, like it can really last a while. The beauty in this product is, let's say, for instance, I do a lot of spaces where people have, again, the kids, the pets, or they're just messy themselves. So the concept is, if you ruin a tile, one of these carpet tiles, you can literally pop it out of sequence. You can take it over to the sink. You can wash it off. Let's say it's just damaged beyond repair. Instead of replacing the entire rug, which a lot of people do, I see it all the time, you can literally just replace it with one tile. How amazing is that?
I just typed in Flor. I've seen it before from someone else recommending rugs, but I don't think actually, it was one of my real estate people who recommended this. I didn't realize that about I didn't realize I didn't like look into it that much.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I have it all over my place because I have a dog. I've put it in $1 million homes as well, because the clients see the value. They know that they're going to have to replace this rug if it's like the typical rug, a lower quality rug. So it's such an easy sell. I would say the majority of my projects have it somewhere within the home or business as well, because it is commercial grade. There's another product that I recently learned about. So this is tile from Delta Brick and Climate Company. They are out of the Gunnison, Colorado area. So the really cool thing about this product is that they manufacture these beautiful tiles from excess clay sediment that causes issues in the Paonia Reservoir. So this essentially, like, they're harvesting, they have a permit, like this is completely legit, but there's a problem in this community, and they are becoming a solution to this problem. And they're also working I don't think they're set up to do it yet, but they're super close. They're going to be capturing waste methane from an abandoned coal mine to power their kilns. So it's these companies that are starting to pop up where they're looking at these problems that their communities are facing, and they're finding a solution and creating these really beautiful products.
Yeah.
So that's really exciting. I will say too, as far as materials go, one material that's really high on my radar is hemp. Hemp is just, there's so many good qualities. This, what I have in my hand here, is the fabric. So great quality, very renewable resource. So there are a lot of options that are starting to become more accessible, which is very exciting.
We recently bought some curtains that are hemp. We bought linen curtains and hemp curtains.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my boyfriend, I'm moving in with him. He is the CEO and founder of Sheets and Giggles. So they make eucalyptus bedding.
That's amazing.
It
Yes.
drives him crazy though. He's like, oh, I need to make my own eucalyptus curtains. Any sort of fabric that could be eucalyptus, he's super ready to jump on that.
Awesome. I love that. Yeah, there's just so many examples, and it's very exciting because not long ago there weren't many options when you were trying to source healthy, sustainable materials, and getting data and information from a lot of these companies was like pulling teeth. So I think the more we request and sometimes demand that their materials are available, and it's a transparent, easy to find data, we're starting to see a trend where it is becoming easier.